So, good morning, everyone. We will continue with our probe into the existence of a soul. The first set we used were the near death experiences, and now let us go to the next field of study, which is, of course, the hypnotic regression used in diagnosing mental problems and then curing. And the method followed there is they go into past life and find out why they have the phobia in this life and so on. So the major work was done by a professor by name Brian Weiss. Brian Weiss also was a very methodically trained psychiatrist. He never would deviate from the path of science. But then he came across a patient who did not get any benefit from the normal medical treatments. And then he thought he will try hypnosis. And in the hypnotic state, she herself, this patient herself went into that mode and said that because of the past life, these things happened. And in a few sittings, she became perfectly normal. And that is the time Brian Weiss decided he will use this technique for other patients also. So what they found out from this method of treatment is that the actions of the past life or memories of the past life affect this life. For instance, one of the patients was afraid of bulls, and when this hypnotic state they said in the past life he was killed by a bull, and that is what caused this man to have a fear of bulls in this life also. So this also, of course, proves that the consciousness exists beyond this particular life, but there was a previous lives, and that the effects of the previous lives can affect this life also. So that is a second set of proof we have, and proves that we have a soul or a extended consciousness beyond our present life. So the next set of study is very more interesting. It's a book called Many Mansions. Edgar Cayce is the man involved. But the book is written by Gina Serminara. And this is her PhD thesis. Now the story goes like this. Edgar Cayce, when hypnotized, could say things which were called clairvoyant. And then what happened was he lost his voice due to some ailment. Doctors could not cure it. But then a hypnotist came to their town and he hypnotized Edgar Cayce. And in the hypnotic state he spoke. And once the hypnotist left, he was back to square one. But then there was another doctor in the city by his name Lane, and he also was practicing hypnosis. So he said he will try. And in the hypnotic state, of course, Edgar Cayce clearly explained what his ailment was. And when he came, and when they found out, when they came out, also he could not talk. But then it struck Lane that in the hypnotic state, he could ask Cayce himself if there is a treatment. So that was what was done, and in the hypnotic state, Edgar Cayce said, give a suggestion that there will be more blood circulation in his area of vocal cords, and they did this. When the command was given, their upper part of the body, neck, and all that became reddish in color due to the higher circulation of blood. And then after about 15 minutes, Edgar Cayce said, "It's good enough. I am now cured, and please give." The instruction to be normal and bring him out of hypnotic state. And that is a starting point. And then what happened was probably he would have given up with that, but then the Lane who hypnotized him, thought, I have a stomach problem which I am not able to cure, so let me ask him. So then he did the same thing, and then in the hypnotic state, Casey gave instructions on what to do after for him to be cured, and he was cured. Now, Casey have absolutely no medical education or anything like that, but in the hypnotic state, even he used to speak with medical terms and so on. And he slowly became more popular because he could even cure cases which were not cured by medical practitioners. And then he became uh, he was approached by a lot of people, who had to have. And in one case like that, the patient, the hypnotic state, he said he is suffering now because of a thing he did in his past life. Okay, and so these both Lene and Casey were Catholics, and they did not believe in reincarnation, rebirth, and so on. So they were confused, and then of course Lene found the solution. We will ask in the hypnotic state how it is valid. So he was hypnotized, and he was asked, "How is that you are talking about past life, this life, and so on?" And then he said, "This is there in the Bible also." And he said, Jesus Christ was Elijah in his previous life, and John the Baptist was Elisa in his previous life, and so on. And he also said there are many other incidents in the Bible where the different lives are spoken about. So then, of course, it became a practice to ask also, or Edgar Cayce is to say also, past life he did this, that's why he is suffering in this life with this particular ailment. And of course, the Westerns have a habit; they will record everything they do. So all these things spoken by Edgar Cayce were recorded. So they now had a large collection of data where past life action and the relation to the present life condition were available for recording, available as recorded. So after death of Edgar Cayce, this lady Gina Sabinara for her PhD thesis chose his work, and she actually has beautifully rewritten the karmic theory. So if anybody is interested in karmic theory, the book to be read is Many Mansions by Gina Serminara. So there also, of course, it proves that the soul is a existing thing, and it has no death or birth, but it takes new bodies and continues in its journey. Thank you.